Hello everyone, my name is Edgar and I'm from 3D Print Materials Guru. And today we're going to take a look and review the Formfutura ABS filament. So let's get started. So here's the filament spool. This is how it looks like. As I mentioned, it's Formfutura Easyfil ABS filament. It is 1.75 millimeters of diameter, and as you can see the color is red. And it also says on the package that the print temperature is starting from 220 up to 270 degrees Celsius. We tested and reviewed it according to 3D Print Materials Guru platform's methodology, meaning that we used a 3D benching model, which is this little shape with a lot of interesting details and features to look at. And the other part is that we tested it 3 times with different 3D printing settings, that way making the review more objective. First print was made at 220 degrees printing temperature, which is the minimum recommended temperature by the manufacturer. The platform temperature was 100 degrees, the speed was 60 millimeters per second, retraction length was 1 millimeter, layer height was 0.2 millimeters, the infill was 20%, and we used Raft. Because it's ABS and it had some adhesion problems, that it was pretty much impossible to print it without Raft.
To be honest with you, it turned out great even with the first try. The surfaces are smooth, the bridging is unexpectedly good, and the only real problem was warping.
Because of the warping, the only thing that we changed with the second print was the temperature. We increased it to 250 degrees to see how it would work then. The rest of the parameters stayed the same.
Unfortunately, the print failed. However, since it had made it so far, I decided to try it again, and this time it was successful. And again, the quality was just as good. The only problem that remained was warping and problems with adhesion. And with the third print, we stayed with the same temperature, 250 degrees Celsius, but we slowed it down to 30 millimeters per second to see whether that would result in a better quality. And indeed, there were few minor improvements, especially with the surface quality. However, even with the third print, the warping remained. To conclude, Formfutura Easyfil ABS is good quality filament, and I would especially recommend it to beginner users that are still struggling to find optimal 3D printing settings. Because what's not typical with this filament is that it's pretty good with all settings. It's hard to go wrong with it. It's either good or great. The only real problem you might face is with adhesion and warping. This was a review by 3dprintmaterials.guru.